Hey America, it's Danny Dietl with iMetro Property. Thanks for stopping by for the iMetroMashup for the week. Alright, spring is almost here. I think I said that a couple weeks ago, but I've officially traded in my black winter North Face for my black spring North Face. So anyways, let's get on with it. This week I want to talk about appraisals and the effect that they can have on a transaction. A lot of times we don't talk about this with buyers and sellers until we kind of get to the point of the appraisal, or the appraisal comes back. So there are some things in an appraisal that can affect the transaction and potentially kill a deal. There's also some things that can make the deal, to improve the deal for the buyer. So just had a scenario happen to us pretty recently. I'm going to use a kind of a make-believe situation here for a demonstration though. So essentially an appraisal is done by the mortgage company in order to kind of protect them. They want to make sure that the money that they're lending on the home and that the home is actually worth what they're lending on. So, but you know, appraisals, they technically should be a true valuation of a property. There is still some subjectivity to them. So, you know, there are some things that can affect the value that an appraisal comes up with that is different than what a buyer, excuse me, might deem a property worth. So, in this example, say a buyer and seller agree on a purchase price of $200,000. All other terms we're not going to worry about right now. The appraisal comes back, and the appraisal comes back at $190,000. Now there's a $10,000 gap. That gap can potentially kill the deal. And what it does is it really puts all the negotiating power back in the favor of the buyer because they can walk away. And the seller now has this knowledge that their property might not appraise for $200,000. So if they don't sort out this situation, they're going to have to go back to the market, and it's very likely that the next time they sell it, another appraisal is going to come up short if they're able to get that dollar amount again. So what do? There's a couple things. First one is the buyer and the seller can contest it. The realtors can get together and provide some comps that would justify it. Now there's not a lot of incentive for the buyer to do that because again, they've got some leverage here. The second one is just to cancel the deal and start over and go find another property. The third option, and me when I'm representing a buyer, this is my favorite, again because the buyer has the leverage in negotiating here, is to go back to the seller and renegotiate the price. So in this situation, the seller would have to agree to a $190 versus a $200 sales price, which is a pretty big hit, but they still get the property sold. So those are three options. And in this case, you know, if the buyer gets it for $190 instead of $200, they're going to be happy. The seller, they still get to sell the property, so they're going to be a little more neutral, maybe a little upset. So anyways, appraisals, important part of the transaction. If you have any questions about that, send us an email or give us a call. Talk to you soon. Thanks for stopping by.